Welcome. Coming in and out of a seated pose without using your arms or hands too much as a practice, if it's possible in your body, to work on squatting. And one of the ways is just to release yourself back to do some of that work where we reach forward and resist until your feet comes down, and then bringing the legs in, also without using too much arm strength. Establishing that steady foundation. A moment with the ideas of the roots of the stability and groundedness. Maybe a few deep exhales through the nose, thinking down, 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 down. One more time, a slow exhale, down, down, down. From that grounded place, reach your head towards the sky to sit up tall. Find your axial extension. This is one of the directions of the spine, is tall spine. You'll feel the natural curves, the low back coming in, the neck coming in. This beautiful balance, the skull on top, this heavy thing on this narrow pathway. That central channel. Let's try a few inhales, thinking up, up, up. Start to bring tone into your low belly to support this tall spine on those exhales. Inhale when you're ready, expand, think up. And then balancing it with the downward energy. Adding a little inward energy into the belly. 3 more times. Tall spine, breathe in. Breathe out slowly, downward and inward. So the exhale ends up in your navel center. Last one. Stretching out the breath without force. Take a little bit at a time. Find the squeeze into the low belly, Uddiyana Bandha. And then relax that part way. Try to keep a little tone. Let's do hands there low for a moment, across the front of the pelvis, loving awareness. All that is possible because of this area. Our body home. Feel that exhale happening. The tone on the exhale is there, and we're just building awareness, building a little ability to keep that. One more time, below the breath. And release. Meditation, finding something to focus on like we just did. How's that feel? Take a moment. Welcome the day ahead. Welcome this practice. Welcome yourself to the practice. Meet yourself where you are. Come down to the back of your body, please. Using this pose, coming down to strengthen your whole body. So this is a lot of our year-long boat practice, is lie down, legs straight. This is so, work up to it, develop it if you're not used to practicing it. It is safe with a rounded upper back and chin tuck to come down. Just come down slowly with control. Thinking forward, resisting. You can add some uplift in your belly and pelvic floor. So there are all these layers of work here, but eventually coming down, stretch your arms overhead, point your toes, let the front body lengthen. Breathe a few times, feel how pranic, how high energy this position is, that front body stretch brings energy. One more time. Exhale, feel the grounding into the belly. Bring your arms by your sides and step your feet into bridge pose, finding a centered spine. Resettling pelvis, shoulder blades as you like to find center. Press the back of the skull into the ground. Feel that strength. And then relax, just keep it there without pressing it so much. Shoulders down, ground the arms. Feel your feet. Exhale, Uddiyana Bandha. So we're using the tone in the belly to support the spine as we lift up into bridge. Just doing some little adjustments with my feet to find that sweet spot. Make sure your head stays centered on the back of the skull. And don't hold back here. Open up the front of the body. Bring the chest towards the chin. Ground the upper back. One more time. Maybe feeling some sensation around your hip joints, some strengthening there. Come down slowly. Another opportunity to build strength through controlling. Coming down. 2 more times. Ready, find your foundation. Exhale, tone your tummy. Inhale, come up. Arms towards the ceiling unless you need them beside you for support here. Palms face each other. Ground the head, ground the upper back. Press the feet. Calm breathing is the river that flows throughout all of these practices. Come down slowly when you're ready to breathe out. Move with your breath. Unforced. Exhales can be very long. Inhale, one more time, coming up, your choice of arm positions. I'm going to keep my arms grounded this time and focus on hip strength, really focus on the pressing of the feet, active glutes. You can imagine like a strap or band around your legs above your knees, a little outward pushing without moving. Just try to activate that lateral aspect of the pose. One more time. Release slowly down. Use the arms to help control the spine coming down. Low back grounds briefly, and then lifts. Bring your knees to your chest. Here's another place where you could tone your belly and explore lifting both feet, or one at a time if you're developing that. Bring them in. Rock side to side. Bring them down. So perhaps ground your arms, activate low belly, keep them close to your body. So if you need to put one down first, please do so. Release. Widen your arms, widen your feet. Windshield wipers, move the hips side to side, head going the other direction. Palms can be up or down, which feels more right here. Go slowly, 3 times total. So here's the first side, number 2. Second side, second one. One more time each way. Returning to center and coming to a lying twist. You can choose. I'll leave the 2 knees one. You do a little pickup, bridge pickup to pick up your pelvis and come to the side of your pelvis, the left side. This one, we bring the knees out about 90 degrees away from the body, so straight forward and try to stack them. They don't have to be together. Then the upper body, this is a mid-back rotation, bringing the opposite arm and rolling ahead. So just one way. Customize it for your body. Relax your belly. Important to be able to release as well as engage. So belly breathing one more time. Let it fly. With the exhale, feel the natural grounding of the belly in and keeping it as you move back to center. Using your arms as you like to support that switch to the other side, the stacked knees, mid-back focused rotation. Settle yourself in, unforced. So ahimsa, non-harming. Also working towards lessening harm in yourself and in the world. Nice thought for the day after the 4th of July. Keep working for peace. Breathing out. And we really can start with ourselves. Please return to center. Hug in those knees again, maybe wide this time. So creating peace, generating peace in ourselves to begin. Come up to seated. Hold your shins, cross your ankles. Create a little momentum by bringing your legs towards you, bending them away. Hold on for the ride. Come on up and around to tabletop position, please. If you need a cushion under your knees, bring it in there and rise up for a moment, learning to stand on the knees to ground the feet. This is where camel pose is. This is a great place to warm up our wrists and hands for weight bearing on them, just to say hello. Maybe putting on a snug glove on each hand, just gently tugging at the fascia, not harming any joints. Not too much pressure on the joints, but feel the energy of the hands. Strong in the tummy, strong, heavy in the legs. So this is very light as you come down and you get to feel your hands unfurl upon the ground. Index fingers forwardish, fan out your fingers. Angle of the wrist can change if you need to, or do another variation. All right, knees settle, tops of the feet grounded, axial extension. Find your neutral long spine. Strengthening the chest, the back, the belly. One more time, activated like it's a plank pose. Reach your right leg back and your left arm forward. Keep the neutral spine. Breathe steadily. Nice. One more time. Stability, release. Come to the other side, maybe pause a moment, find that active tabletop so that your front body supports your back. Concentrating on stability. One more breath is 5. Hold steady. Bring down your hand and your knee. Bring your knees somewhat apart and sit back between the legs. Stop at any point. You can refine your knee position. Child's pose, arms overhead, but not super active, just reaching and the head down. Back body breathing. At the end of this exhale, ask your belly to tone in this position and see what happens. How does that feel in the back? Inhale, slowly rise up. Bring your knees back underneath your hips. Striking cobra practice. Sit back with the toes tucked to stretch the soles for a moment. And then puppy pose. Long arms, head down, toes tucked. Breathe out. Inhale, Come up, release your toes. Arms straight, lift your ribs, bring your belly forward to any degree. High cobra, like upward dog on the knees. Bring yourself back. We'll flow back and forth a few times. So there's outward spinning hands and shoulders. Rib cage lifts, pelvis forward, gaze down. One more time. Coming forward. Lift. And release to neutral and downward facing dog. Resettle your hands. Lift your knees up, lift your belly up. Find the pike. Really lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Come up to the balls of your feet. And then reach your heels down. Press weight back into your legs. Use the uplift in the belly. This is a belly pose. One more time, breathing out. Find the pike again, that flying upward belly. Come forward with that in place. So come forward on the balls of your feet as far as you can. Once that's happened, then heels down, let your knees bend. Relax your arms for a moment and forward fold. Find where the knees to bend, rest the chest on the legs. Find your way one more time. Standing up with an extended spine, bring your hands to the sides of your pelvis. Lengthen your spine here. Press your feet, strong legs. Coming up with the spine extended, and take a moment to find your mountain pose. Top third of the mat. Exhale, find your center. Bring your hands up into the air. Bring them to the forehead. Bring them to the heart. Inhale deeply. Grounded exhale. Inhale, reach up for the sun. Exhale, forward fold, the sun bow. Gratitude, namaste. Head down towards the legs. Halfway lift, the hands can come up for this axial extension pose. Find that straight spine, flattening out the upper back. Bring your hands down, right leg, left leg, plank pose. 5, 4, 3, 2, quiet and still. 1. Knees down if not already. Explore upward facing dog, again from the knees or lifting to the tops of the feet. Gaze down. Flip your feet, pike up your belly, step in. Downward dog, rest, 5 breaths. Trusting this pose to wake up the back of the body, thus the repeated visits. Try holding it steady today. Again, coming out with the pike. So, pull up to the balls of your feet, have your belly way up into your body, walk forward. Find your feet, extended spine, stand up, reach up, the feet relax, and exhale, bring down your arms. Feel the energy. Upward reach, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Before you breathe out, hands down, left leg back, right leg back, plank pose. Let's do the side one, Vasisthasana, bringing the right knee down, the left foot behind it. So we have this narrow line. Lift, radiate from the belly center, lift out of your shoulder on the bottom arm. Spread that hand. One more time, just straight up into the air. No need to go further than that in this pose. Doing that is something else. My arm is way past center when I looked at it. And release to the other side. Spread the hand, line up the legs. You can do legs straight if you want, but do something similar on each side. Open out, check on that upper arm, try to make it just straight up. No need to go past. Working with our Manipura chakra zone today, the belly center, the solar plexus. Finding that here, finding that area of energy. Return to center. Both knees down, maybe a dip down, hug the elbows in. Press the arms straight, use your legs, upward dog or cobra. Find the pike and bring yourself into the down dog. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hips high, come forward. Find your way back to your feet. When you're ready, do the fold forward, breathe out. Coming on up. Upward reach, in breath. Out breath, find center, toss spine. Set your shoulders. One more. Stretching out the breath. Moving with it. Inhale, so we get this meditation of movement. Bend your knees, go back with your legs. Bring your knees down, hug your elbows in, spin the shoulders and hands out, reach forward, breathe. Little baby chaturanga, it's actually medium sized, not baby. Press your arms straight with determination. Release your feet, use them to help you come to the up dog, slowly gazing down your nose. One more time, that hips up, step in, hips high. Resettle hands, press them and bring your weight back to your legs. Try to reach your heels down, firm your thighs. Maybe lift your toes a little bit. One more breath, relax toes if they lifted. Find the uplift in the belly and tiptoe forward. Fold forward, let your knees bend as needed. Stand up, strong legs. Slow and release. Settle your shoulders, bringing them down. Finding mountain, feel your energy. Weave your hands together behind your back and gently squeeze your shoulder blades to open up the front shoulders and chest zone. Doing a little neck stretching, bring your chin down. Not overdoing that, pulling back with the shoulders. Bend your elbows, switch the weave of your fingers, and continue for a few more breaths to bring balance. How the hands affect the shoulders. And release. Bring your hands into the heart gesture, anchoring the front ribs as you lift your chin, gaze down, letting the front of the neck have a little stretch, go to each side. Keep a gaze down your nose to help counter this extended neck. Bring the back of your skull up and release. Top third of the mat. Step back to high lunge with the right leg. So there's this moment of lifting, releasing the leg back. Start with the heel down if you like, and then turn to the ball of the foot. Bring your knee over your ankle. Lower the back knee towards the floor and release. 2, 3, 4, 5. Kick it out. Straighten the front leg. Transition. Reset if you need to. Exhale, open mouth. Release. Other side, concentration. The list to get that foot off the floor. Bring it back. Then refine things. Find the ball of the foot. Balance. Lower the back knee. Concentrate, breathe. I found myself not breathing there. Concentrating so much. Better with the breath. One more time. Concentrate on these actions and the balancing. Lean forward, straighten your front leg with a push. Lift the back leg, send it out, and release and relax into mountain. Utkatasana, bring your feet parallel, sit back and down, knees back, hips back, arms forward for 1. Challenge your lowness, 2, 3. One more breath is 5. Inhale energy, press your feet, return to standing, and breathe out. Once more. 1. Calm breathing. Strong breathing. Breath matching the work. One more time. Coming up, breathing in. Exhale, mountain. Please come to the right side of your mat, standing into the center. Widening out your legs and feet, turning your toes out maybe 45 and your knees as well. For the side-to-side lunge flow, bring your left knee, track it towards your toes, and then return to center with a little glute squeeze to bring yourself all the way upright. Go to the other side. Control is good. Breathing. Release, find center all the way. Don't overdo things, but don't underdo. Middle path. There's the peace. Coming back to the first side as you're ready for a hold. You can settle into your version of this, resting on the leg. You can lower your hips towards the floor instead if you like. One leg squat, basically. One more time, lengthening the inseam of the extended leg out to the side, and then up all the way to center, imprint center, and then to the second side. Feel your way in, lengthening that inseam of the other leg. One more time. With inhale, give yourself the support to come up all the way to center. Exhale. Prasarita, wide spreading even parallel feet, tall spine, breathe in. Breathe out. Knees can bend if needed. So head forward, hips back, come down. Ankles, big toes. If you'd like to encircle them, and bring your elbows wide, bring your head down and your belly and shoulders up. Deep breathing. Upside down. One more time. Come to half lift pose. Exhale, strong belly. Inhale, reversing up. Exhale there. Triangle pose. Turn your left leg to the front of your mat. Hip to foot all the way turned out. The back angle of the back foot can change. Bring your arms along your ears, breathing in. Breathe out, go over and out to the side, reaching out both arms if possible. Ground your lower arm if you're developing and you need that support here. Unsupported with the arms, triangle pose. Really brings the energy and awareness to the belly. One more time. To the legs as well. The feet, feel your feet down and spread. Up to center. Inhale, reach along your ears. Turn your legs. Exhale. Tilt your pelvis over to the side. Spread your feet. 2, 3, exhale. Inhale up, arms along the ears, and release, bring them down. Doing that same arm work with extended side angle pose. So bring your arms along your ears, pivot that left heel, this time the knee over the ankle. So I'm gonna use my toes to spread my feet a little wider. Inhale again. Exhale over into the pose, lean and reach pose. Without the lean. One more time. Come up to center, wide parallel feet, arms reach. Turn out your leg, bend your knee, and exhale, reach the arm to the other side. Extended side angle variation. Inhale to center. Exhale, downward, warrior B. There it is. Bend your knee over your ankle like we just did, but this time bring your arms down. And let this be a bit restful after those variations. Just the head turning. Shoulders try to relax as your arms reach. Other side, meditation. Moving through those actions. Paying attention to your body. Breathing. Storing reserves of steadiness in you. Breathe out again. Work your way back to center, please. Get your feet close enough to step. And release. Warrior C. Start with a list. Find your feet. Start coming into your right leg. Just putting that piece of paper underneath the left leg. So just stay here a moment. Try to feel activation in the outer hip. Stabilizers. We're just sensing that that work is happening. And try the other side. Spread your foot. Concentrate. and release. These are just all variations of concentration and exploring the body. Back into the right leg. Warrior C is a forward pelvis, taking the leg back and up as you bow forward. Working with that, teach yourself the coming in and out. Maybe try coming up for a hold for a few cycles of breath. The arms can help with balance. Maybe try reaching down like you are going to pick up something off the floor. It's normal to wiggle around a lot. Let's try coming out slowly, or just try the coming out in and out again if you've already come out. Long enough to feel something happening over there. Other side, willing heart, do your best, let things go. I did my best, now I do the other side, practicing. So the shift, bringing the leg back in space. On the other side, I did that coming in and out a few times, just like rocking the feet, finding that action, coming into the front leg, exploring, staying there, bowing forward, lifting the back leg. Where would you like your arms to be for support? Maybe they're reaching down like you're getting something off the floor, standing on one straight leg. It's very good for hip strength. And let's start to let that feel complete. Try to come up slowly. Land into both feet, find your mountain. Welcome strength with an open heart. And let's stretch that all out a little bit with Uttanasana. Tall spine, breathe in. Forward fold, tilt your pelvis. Come slowly down so you can really feel where that feels right in your body to stop. Catching the elbows lengthens the sides of the torso. Lengthen the back of the body. Okay for the shoulders to hang downward in the elbow catch version. Release any gripping. Switch the elbow hold to bring balance. One more time. Considering coming to the floor. Possibilities, maybe coming into a squat. So I'm going to work my feet a little wider apart. Start to bring my hips lower. So use your arms to help guide you. My heels definitely come up in squats. If you want to try a squat, it's okay if the heels come up. Sometimes they will stay down. Coming to your seat is also a great place to work here. Just sitting with the knees wide in Malasana. The feet together, so making your way to your seat from your squat if you haven't already. So Malasana is a seated squat, basically. We have our knees folded in on themselves, nice and safe that way knees are supposed to go. Hips folded. Arriving on the seat. Pinwheel pose, sitting up from garland. So this is the one where we do these radiating spokes, another one of the nicknames for it. So you're on the outside of your front leg and the inside of your back leg, approximately opening up the knee joints. And find your chest. Follow your chest to a forwardness of your choice of depth. Really paying attention to hips and knees in this one, not causing any strain. And coming back upright. Open belly twist. Sit tall, doesn't need to be far. Do a little Parshvajiti, a little side to eye stretch. Relax your eyes, bring your head back to center and your spine. Exploring lifting the back leg and lowering it a few times. Wherever your hands are supportive, just let that flow a few times. Notice my body's not letting me go very far with that. That's interesting. Okay, one more time. That coming in and out work. And release. Bring that back leg around. Boat pose. Find your balance on your sacrum. This action of hooking the feet together is cool to teach your body. Helps ground the legs one more time. Reach it up. And release. Come forward. Let's try without the hooked feet. Free floating feet, find the balance. Feel how the energy changes. Lift your chest. You can use your arms. Lower the feet, feel the groundedness. Pinwheel, second side, spinning up. Coming to the outside of your left leg, the inside of your right leg. Try not to use the hands too much to come in. Take a moment to settle. So you can shift to your back knees on the mat if you need some support for cushioning. Follow your chest to some forward folding. You can go as far as you like with that. Stay lifted out of your shoulders. One more breath. Slow, soft, quiet. Inhale, returning upright, grounded into the legs, open belly turning. Settle your hands. Stretch your eyes gently to the side. Whole spine, return to center. And the last thing here, that lifting of the back leg. So I had to refine my position a little bit to explore lifting and lowering that leg a few times. See what it's like on this side. Hands wherever they're supportive. Oh, that's kind of nice to have the hands back. There's a little space for that movement of the hips. One side is a little moves more easily. Just noticing with loving awareness. Bring yourself out of the pose. Use your hands if you need to. Find your center and boat pose continuing. Let's try the hooking together with the other foot in front. Lean back, lift your chest. Maybe add those arms of the boat if this is fine. And we don't want to strain the back as we create strength. So we work with support, gently challenge, and release. Floating feet, see what happens. I'm not grounding them like they are traditionally in boat. Maybe holding 3, 4, and 5. Come down. Rest forward for a moment. One more round, slow breaths, 5 breaths of boat. You choose. Choose any of those. Try something with the big toes touching if you are not doing an ankle crossing one. So that grounds the big toes. Straightening the legs, sit up tall, reach out the arms, work where you are in developing this pose. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Bring your feet down. That strength is part of you now. Please come up to a low lunge for a moment, using hands or not. Walk back on, walking back on your mat. Bring your right leg forward, find your low lunge. Twisting the abdomen, stretch your arms. Turn towards the front leg side. Just trying to move with your center. Back to center, over to the other side. Center. Come to both sides twice more. Once more. And finding center, settle your shoulders, settle your arms. Low lunge, you may stay right here. If you like another variation, you may. I'm going to place my opposite hand on the front knee and then do the pick up the back foot version if you would like to give that a go. Lengthening the quadriceps with that catch. We're above the knee. It's okay to use cushioning for that to be more comfortable and release. Hanuman's pose, forward bow. Maybe use the arms. Find the reach out, find the dynamic part of it. One more time. With slowness, come to the second side. Low lunge, dynamic torso rotation, reach, turn, move slowly. Turning the mid-body, 2, 2, 3, 3, center, settle, explore. If you'd like to do that pickup of the back knee, if it's not too much, stay with low lunge variations, including stay right there. Pick it up if you'd like, bring it towards your hip. So twist plus the quadricep. One more time, concentration. Release. Active Ardha Hanumanasana. Send out that leg, draw back the toes. So this is active balancing, leaning forward, flying forward, the flying locust arms, reaching the arms back. Use your hands if you need to for balance. Find the bow, soften what you can. One more time. Slowly reverse. Coming out of the pose. Dip down. Upward facing dog, give yourself room. Downward facing dog, breathing out. Bring your knees down, cross your ankles, come over your feet, stretch out your legs, and lie back. A big transition that builds a lot of mobility and strength. Resisting your lie down. Upside down legs. Take a moment to arrive in your lying mountain, resting mountain. Mountain lake is when the legs are up in the air. So the legs become mountains. Try that. Slide your feet in close to your body. Bring your hands to your low belly. Feel it, feel the strength of it as you lift your feet off the floor, bringing them up into the air. Once they're up, some of the effort releases from the belly. Maybe bringing the hands to the thighs slightly, giving that support, elbows on the ground. Relax, finishing, slow breathing. Bring your knees in, widen. Feet come together, reach for your ankles. Supta Baddha Konasana variation gives you lots of space to bring your knees out to the sides. With some gravity assist and also not the restriction of seated. One more breath is 5. Bring your knees back together and do some ankle pumps. Relax your feet. Stretching out. Bring your arms down to the ground or to your low belly to feel. Keep the legs close to the body, big toes touching. And if you need to, take one leg at a time down. But if it is not causing strain, maybe a little bit difficult, bring your feet to the floor slowly. So the low back has its curve into it as you do that. And then as you stretch it out, one at a time with the legs. Give yourself the supports you need for resting pose. And I'll do a little walk through the body, starting with the feet. So take a moment first just to make sure that you are generally comfortable and settled. Release all effort from the body. Let your breath be relaxed and natural. You might slow down a great deal here as you are being still. Take a moment to squeeze your toes. Curl in the toes and activate your foot, and then slowly let that go. Twice more squeezing. This helps strengthen your feet. Relax. One more. Curl in the toes, not too much. No cramping, no harming. Relax and spread your toes. Relax your toes. Relax your knees. Gratitude for your hips, all that work and practice today. Let them relax. Belly lets go of any holding, any toning. It moves with the breath. Shoulders relax, soft. Elbows resting. Wrists quiet, wrists rest. All the bones of the hands settling. Gentle movement in the chest from your breathing. Throat soft and open. Relaxing the bones of your face. Softening the space between the ears. In the quietness and stillness, gently increasing our vital energy to help us radiate our peace. As you breathe out, begin to activate your belly center, grounding there again in anticipation of movement. Bring your knees in. Roll to either side. Open up your eyes. Big breath. Everything you need is already inside of you, like the seed of the great redwood tree. Come for a moment to any seat of your choice, to return to that place of balance with exhales and groundedness, inhales and spaciousness in the spine. Bring your hands together. Inhale deeply. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Well, I never even got time to write down my ideas that I had for some of these things. So I just let it flow and tried a few different things. Let me know how that is going. If you're interested in learning more, or carry on.